Hello, and thank you so much for joining me for this WNCT Now Evening News Update. I'm Emily Severidge, live in our digital studio. We're following developments of this week's Capitol insurrection. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says lawmakers will vote on impeachment articles against President Trump as soon as Monday. Lawmakers have already drawn up the articles blaming the president for instigating Wednesday's violence. Pelosi says she's also talked to Defense Department officials to prevent the president from issuing drastic orders in his final days in office, up to and including launching nuclear strikes. The Capitol is mourning a police officer who died after Wednesday's violence. 42-year-old Officer Brian Sicknick was reportedly injured while physically engaging with rioters. Sicknick was hit in the head with a fire extinguisher. Sicknick's family said he had always wanted to be a police officer his entire life. He served in the New Jersey Air National Guard before joining the Capitol Police in 2008. Officials say rioters responsible for Sicknick's death will be held responsible. He was the fifth person to die because of the Capitol violence. A West Virginia lawmaker is facing federal charges after live streaming himself with rioters at the Capitol. Derek Evans is a member of West Virginia's House of Delegates. He's charged with entering a restricted area of the Capitol. Federal agents took him into custody today in West Virginia. Many other state lawmakers across the country traveled to D.C. for demonstrations, but it's not known whether they were a part of the mob of Trump supporters attacking the Capitol. A growing number of Republicans and Democrats say they want Evans expelled from West Virginia's legislature if he does not resign. Yesterday, Evans' attorney said the delegate didn't commit a crime and he has no plans on resigning. Stay with us, and we'll be right back with some more news after this short break.
Reporters are all across the East.
In Beaufort County, in Morehead City, in Belhaven,
and in your neighborhood.
on the New River,
In Snow Hill,
in New Bern,
in Jacksonville.
Covering local stories that impact you.
Well, this race was by no means a close one.
The polls opened at 6:30 this morning, and people even lined up outside of this site.
Some veterans are now joining a fight against a new enemy, the coronavirus pandemic.
See their original reporting weekdays on 9 on Your Side News.
Thanks so much for joining me. If you're just tuning in, I'm Emily Severidge, live in our digital studio, bringing you some evening updates. WNCT is bringing you live streamed updates every Monday through Friday at 1:30 p.m. and 4 o'clock p.m. to bring you the latest and up-to-date news before our nightly newscast. Carteret County sheriffs are warning about a new gun permit scam that's been targeting local citizens. Those targeted by the scam have received text messages alerting them that their permit needs to be changed or renewed. This message also offers a link to provide the recipients personal information. Law enforcement wants us to know this link is not safe and it is not associated with any state agency or sheriff's office. If you receive one of these messages, do not click on any links and do not provide any personal information about yourself or others. Instead, report the message to www.usa.gov/stop-scams-frauds. Many children across the country are still learning online, and experts are concerned about internet predators, and they say their concerns are justified. Experts say the number of online crime investigations in 2020 was more than double those in 2019. North Carolina human trafficking advocates say human trafficking can take many forms, and one of those forms is on the internet. Experts say predators know how to find kids, but many parents may not know how to protect their kids properly. They say there are steps you can take to keep your children safe while on the internet. Not on Your Side's Ariana Kraft has more on what those tips are and how to be aware of trafficking tactics online. That's coming up tonight on our broadcast at 5 and 6. Well, that's going to wrap up this WNCT Now digital news update. We have more news coming up for you tonight on our broadcast at 5 and 6. Thanks so much for watching.